Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Darrin Goodman from GuitarControl.com bringing you this video lesson. Today I want to show you how to play one of my all-time favorite Tony Iommi riffs, riff from the song Into the Void. It's just, I really dig this riff. I just think it sounds really cool. And I'm in standard tuning, but the actual recording for this song you'll have to tune down a whole step and a half. Which really makes it sound really heavy and cool. This riff, I believe, was I feel was a big influence on a lot of later metal bands, even to this day. The post-hardcore stuff, where everybody tunes down low and gets that really, heavy, dark-sounding riffs. So be sure to click on the link in the description for the tabs, and let's get close up and take a look at it. All right, so this riff, it's in 4/4 timing, and it's pretty slow. It's only 54 beats a minute. We're in the key of E minor. And the very first note that we lead into this with is on the 4th beat of the first measure. So you rest on the first 3 beats, and then you go to the 12th fret on the 6th string, at the 12th fret on the 6th string, and you just slide out of that. So you rest 1, 2, 3, 4, and you slide out of it like that. And then starting on the 2nd measure is where the actual riff begins. It's just 2 measures long, and then it repeats. So you just play the entire sequence twice. All right, so we've got 6th string open, and then to the 3rd fret, I'm using my 3rd finger. Then the 5th string open, to the 1st fret with my 1st finger, to the 2nd fret with my 2nd finger. So we've got, and then we go from there to the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and so I just use my 2nd finger again, and then back to the 2nd fret of the 5th string. So. And then from there to the 1st fret of the 4th string, and then back to the 2nd fret of the 5th string, then to the 4th string open, and then to the 1st fret of the 5th string. So that is the first measure. So that again slowly. All right, and then moving on to the 2nd measure, we've got this little hammer-on pull-off riff. So starting on the 5th string, we play the string open, and then we do a hammer-on to the 1st fret, and then pull back off to the open string. Just like that. And then we follow that with the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So we play that so the riff is, and it does it 3 times. And then after you do it 3 times, then you play the 5th string open, go to the 1st fret of the 5th string, to the 2nd fret of the 5th string, to the 2nd fret of the 4th string. So. Now we follow, after we do the 2nd fret of the 4th string, we go back to the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and then do a pull off to the open string, and then finally ending on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. So that whole 2nd measure. And then, like I said, it just simply repeats. So when it goes back to repeat, you don't do that slide. That's only on the first time, just to to start it. So the entire riff, including the repeat, goes like this. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that and got something out of it. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Leave me a comment down below if there's anything you'd like to see either myself or one of the instructors at guitarcontrol.com do in a future lesson. Like I said, I really dig this riff. For the time, it was very cutting edge. There just wasn't really anybody doing stuff like this. That's they call Tony Iommi the godfather of metal because he more or less just started it. I'm sure you probably heard the story about him losing his the tips of his fingers. He plays left-handed, so on his right hand, his fretting hand, the tips of his fingers were cut off in an accident where he worked at a steel mill or something like that. And anyway, he made his own prosthetic fingers out of little plastic medicine bottles, and then he had this leather coat that he'd cut little pieces of leather off to make for the tips. And so he started tuning low to be able to make it easier for him to play and stuff, and in the process, kind of created a genre of music. All right, so that's all for me today, and until next time.